I think as long as you don't give up, there's no such thing as failure. Because if you're working towards something, if you're trying to achieve something and working every single day, even on the days that you fail, you don't really lose anything because you're still gaining knowledge from that experience. You're still gaining more from losing. Even though you lost, even though you could have achieved something that day, you didn't lose. You didn't lose exactly because now you know better. Now you know what not to do. So as long as you keep showing up every single day, even when it feels like there's no progress happening, even when it feels like nothing is being done, there's no such thing as losing. There's no such thing as losing if you keep showing up. Even if you mess up that day and completely ignore what you're doing to do what you're supposed to do, you are gaining XP. You're gaining knowledge. You're learning more about yourself. You're learning your weaknesses. You know what can trigger you to not want to do what you need to do. So it's going to take a while. Some things take a very, very, very long time to achieve. And as long as you keep going, it's not about the speed, it's about the direction, because sometimes you're going to go forward really quickly for a long time and then you're going to slowly go back a little bit. But as long as you keep going, it's the direction. You might have setbacks. You're gonna have setbacks. You're gonna have things that are gonna be in your way. You're gonna have obstacles. But if there wasn't obstacles and things holding you back, then everybody in the world would have what you're trying to achieve. It wouldn't be something you try to achieve if everybody in the world could have it. If it could just be handed to you, you wouldn't try to achieve it, because it's just like picking up an apple at the grocery store and buying it. Everybody can do that. It's not unless you're like a homeless person with like no money to your name and you can't afford an apple, which really would suck. Buying an apple at the grocery store is something that majority of people can achieve in America. But not everybody in America can start $1 million business. They can if they put their mind to it, but not everybody's going to do it. A lot of people are going to play it safe. And you know what? Like, I'm going to be so honest. I have been in a rut this past like 3 weeks maybe. And I'm just trying to like figure out what I want to do for myself. But when you take a second to just like spend time with yourself, meditate on it, meditate on what's on your heart and what you want. Get a blank piece of paper and just start writing and see what goes up. I like to go into categories. This is stuff that my dad talks about. Body, being, balance, and business. I meditate on all four of those. So body being like, what kind of athletic goals do I want to achieve? What kind of PRs do I want to get? Body, being is like mental health, spirituality, your religion, spending time with God. Balance is relationships with family members, my boyfriend, my siblings. And business is like money and like where you're getting bread and your career. I meditate on those four things, and it's gonna take a while. It's going to take a while, and you're not, especially, I'm 16, okay? But if you're young, you're not supposed to know everything. So I don't beat myself up over not knowing everything that I need to do in my life, because I'm not supposed to, okay? Nobody really knows what's going on half the time, and I'm not going to beat myself over not knowing. But you know what? Like, it's good to just set time for yourself and try to gain clarity, because if you're walking through a hallway with no lights on, you're gonna walk into some shit. So turn on the lights, and everything's just gonna become more clear. Okay, your path is gonna be figured out, and it's easier said than done, really. And I'm still working on shit myself, you know. I need to stop expecting everything to be perfect immediately and stop expecting things to have results immediately, because that's just not realistic, especially being so young. We all start somewhere, you know. Like you know, and I'm proud of myself now, even if it doesn't feel like I've done a lot in the past 2 years I've been working on myself. I look back and I'm like, wow, I wouldn't want to go back there, because I know that I've achieved so much now. Even if it doesn't exactly feel like it, when you look at the big picture, you see all of the things that you achieved, and it's like, wow, I'm a different person. And that's the only thing that's consistent in life, is change. Change is the only what's the word? Constant. Change is the only constant. So don't be afraid of that, okay? I was afraid of change for a while, and change would make me crash the fuck out, and, you know, but that's the only thing that's consistent, and that's the good thing about life, because if you're trying to achieve something, then things are going to have to change. Your habits, your lifestyle is going to have to change in order, you need to change in order for there to be change, okay? And, yeah, that's pretty much what's been on my mind lately. I haven't posted a video in a long time, maybe like a few weeks, but, you know, I am working on it, and I have a lot of things on my mind, and I have a lot of things that I know that I think might help other people. So, yeah, I hope you have an amazing day. I'm gonna keep writing. I'm gonna wash my face and get ready for work. Here's my uniform, and yeah.